Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I'd be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, and there you will see more about me. You can see our products, you can sign up to have a workshop, or you can join my team. And I'd be happy to help with any of those things. If you need it, you can just reach out to me. Okay, so this week I am showing you the Fitting Florets Collection, and I just realized I did not bring back over here my, I did make up a storyboard, but I think I left it, and the cards from yesterday I left in the other room. Silly me, but I can at least show you. This is what the stamps. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. Thank you with all my heart. So lucky to call you friend for a special person on a special day. Just a little reminder that you are loved. Celebrate. And with that goes, whoops, these dies. And it has 3 different frames. Now this one, just an FYI, this does not cut, the edges do not cut out. It just cuts hearts out of a piece of paper. This die will fit on the inside, and this has a does cut the inside and the outside. So if you wanted the inside cut out, you could. And when I did it, I just did it like on a rectangular piece, so it could be almost like a card front. On Friday, I think I may try something with that as a card front, but we'll see. I've got a couple ideas for my fun fold. Okay, so I'm sorry I left the cards that I made yesterday in the other room, so I don't have them right here, but these right here, those punch out, where is it? Those punch out, let me cut out this and this, those florals. This cuts out pieces of, oh, 1 minute here. I can show you better. Thank you, Meg. My sister had been in the other room and heard me. So I can show you a little better on here. All right, so here they are stamped and cut. Okay, so that flower, those leaves, that flower, and actually I think I need to move out a little bit if I can. Yeah, there. So this greenery, this little, can't think what to call it right now, that little group there, here's this. Here's that. Here shows this is showing the frames. And here's what I was telling you about, that it just cuts out the hearts. But if you used this one, it will cut the inside out. And then you could put something else in the center there if it was a darker color like this. And this is showing, like, you see all the shapes that these cut out. And then we have these 3 that it's more, I can't think what to call it, but you know, you can see them just on their own without having anything stamped. Now, okay, and then there's also, now, so what this right here, this bundle is going to go forward into our new mini catalog that comes out starting the beginning of January. January, I think it might be January 4th. I might be getting mixed up, and maybe it's the 3rd, but it's, you know, the beginning of January. Okay, but this, I'm right over here somewhere, but this set, the Christmas set, Merry Christmas, which I could show you, here it is, you might be able to see it a little better. 'Tis the season to be jolly, may the season be filled with peace and joy. Have yourself a merry little Christmas, from our home to yours, Noel. La 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 la, Merry Christmas, and from all of us. These gold swirls, it's hard to see the swirls on them on camera, and the DSP will are just for a limited time. So they are until, the longest the date would be, it's till January 4th, so I think that's when the other goes live, or until as supplies last. And here's the, just show you quickly, one side of each of these papers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Make sure I got them all. 5, 6. Okay. Then the backs, if I can get a hold of it. There's that. This. This. And this. Okay. So, and the colors that they recommend with it are, if I can get a hold of them here, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, Blushing Bride, I'm going to hold it here, Polished Pink, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, Crushed Curry, and Soft Succulent. Oh, I already said that. I just did extra Soft Succulent. So there, those colors. Okay. Now, as always, you can always use different, if you think there's different colors, if you see different colors in there and you want to use those instead, that is perfectly fine because you do your projects the way that you would like to do them. Now, let me move some things here. So yesterday on my Facebook page, I did introduce the sets to you. If you go to my Facebook page, which is just called Stamping on the Dining Room Table, or even here on YouTube, I did bring it over to YouTube. You could see it there. And then this is what I did yesterday. Oh, I wanted to say, some of those dies do cut out some images from the DSP, not all of them. DSP stands for Designer Series Paper, but I did this one. And then I did this before that video started. Then I did this one with the video and with the online and during the video, and this one. Okay, so that's what I did yesterday. And as I said, you can, if you'd like to see that, the videos for that is available. So today I wanted to use more of the dies. So this is what the one I made before coming on, and I wanted to show you this. One second, let me get a drink of water. I'm suddenly really dry. Okay. This is what I used to cut this out, and the center comes out. So what I did was I cut a few different ones, different colors, and I did a white one so I could get a white center because I didn't want this just to show through. Okay, or if I wanted, I could have put the Night of Navy back in, but I really wanted the white there. Okay, so I could stamp my greeting. And then these, I stamped them and die cut them, and then I thought I want them a little darker, so I just took my Stampin' Right markers, the thin end, the little like pen end, and I just went over and colored in a little bit the areas where it's supposed to be like folded over. Okay, and I did the same on the leaves just because it was kind of hard, especially on the leaves, to see the lines and stuff. And oh, that I meant a little more of this leaf to be showing, but that slid up a little bit further. So I don't know, maybe I'll add another leaf later. So I meant to have it, showing a little more. Oh well, it's like this. This ribbon that I use for the bow is from a few years back. I still had some of this left. I really like this ribbon a lot, but it's retired now. This was when I first thought I might try. This is found in our mini catalog with with our gnome, the gnome set. And it's just called, let me just see what it's called. They're doubles. No, I think it's just called, might just be called white with blue or white with, double stitch ribbon. I didn't like it for this. It's a little stiffer than some of our other ribbons, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's almost like a grow green or anyway. I don't know if you can see, it's got can't even think what I want to say. You can see that it goes like a chevron kind of together, and then they put this light blue over it. And I like how I do like the idea, but I would have preferred it a little bit softer than what that is. But it is it's sturdy, and that's my first time trying it, so I'll have to see what else I can use it with. This was, as you can tell, obviously it's because it's sheer. It's got like the satiny on the edges, and the center is sheer, so that's much softer and easier to do. So that's what I end up using. I just had, but one of the things I will say is, if you have something in your stash, use it. You know, so especially if you like it and it goes with what you're doing, why not? Okay, so that's this. So I'm gonna, I do have another card base here. I'm just gonna do, this is polished pink, and where's my silicone mat here. I'm just gonna do this kind of quickly here. But I did use this on my one card yesterday. It reminded me also of a basket weave. Okay. And then this one. Now, the flowers on here are too small to be, like the dies, like these dies that come, the dies that come with this, these dies are too big for that. But I did cut some, and I'll show you in a few minutes. I cut some that were this out of the designer series paper. And where's the ones from yesterday? Because I think I just had them. I do this to myself all the time. Oh, here they are. Let me just look here real quickly. Yes, well, I did show you this. This was this one right here. Just cut that out of the designer series paper, the DSP. Okay. All right. So now, so for this one, what I thought I did cut this out of silver. Now, you can put our adhesive sheet on the back, and then when you cut it, it makes it a sticker. I did not do that here today for this, but I did find also you can just put little dots of glue a few places, and I just do it kind of here, and then I did just a couple extras like that. But put as much or as little on as you're comfortable doing. And I also found I have these here, and we do have these are not this color, but there's some, this style is available from Stampin' Up right now in the mini catalog. It comes with it's part of like a kit to help you if you're doing heat embossing. I haven't done that in a while with you. I need to do that. I'm not doing it today, but I'll have to remember and do that again sometime soon. So there's that. But see, I didn't want all the flowers. And one of the things that's kind of neat, like this one and this and one that I did yesterday, it's almost like wallpaper. I had wallpaper there. Now, this one, I'm going to bring my mat over because I want the I want this one for a special person on a special day. And oh, I forgot this needed to be cleaned. I'm not sure all that dark ink came from. There's my, make sure it's going to stamp okay. Let me just make sure. I don't think that, I just didn't want to be sure there's not too much pink on here. Okay, I think that will be all right. Get a hold of this here. Okay. And with the clear stamps, we use some type of cushion under it. And there's that. And I thought I had a plan with some other things. What was I going to put on here? So this will go right in there. And you can use whatever kind of adhesive you like, right? I just want to do that. And I have to think for a minute. I thought, oh, I know. Where is it? I had a little piece of that left. I was thinking, oh no, I remember. I think I did this. I didn't do this quite the way I meant to do it. I meant to, let me see, take care of my, I meant to stamp this first. Oh, and then put it, I meant to stamp that first and then do that. I kind of forgot. Oh, will this go on here? Well, kind of. Actually, I know what I will do. I should have, let's see, can I, oh, maybe I can take this off here and just set it here with, now, and do I have, they used a little bit, they didn't tell you early espresso, but let me just make sure it's gonna look how I want it to. Yeah, see, they use that, if you can see, like the branches and stuff. So I'm going to try that. Now it's going to go, it's bigger than this, so it's going to go over like that. Okay, and do I want, I maybe going to do one up, whoop. Up there. Okay, if I don't like it, oh well. And then I was just going to use my Stampin' Right marker. So there's some really fine stuff in here, so I just thought I'd maybe use this instead of, I was thinking about using my colored pencils, because I do like those when they're smaller like this. Just because I find with the, I have a hard time with the Stampin' Blends when they're smaller and a little bit finer like this, to get it to color it and not just look like a big blob. But that's me, you know, everybody's different. I didn't want to take a lot of time coloring today, but I'm just gonna a little bit here. Okay, is there another flower? Oh, part of this flower here. Part of a flower there. Maybe one might have been, it may have been more like leaves, but that's okay. I like this. And actually with this, I did find my this one pink. Let me just try it here. Actually, I'm going to close this up. I'm going to close this up too. Whoop. I dropped it. There it is. I was just saying, then where did it go? Ugh. There we go. And let me just color in here. Oh, take it off that. And put this. If I can get it off here now, because I had the sticky on the back because I was getting ahead of myself. It's been that kind of a week for me, really. I think I'm just, sometimes we try to do too much, and that's probably what it is, but around this time of year with the holidays coming and stuff, I end up, a lot of times I do end up doing maybe a little more than I should, but part of it's just because I want everything to go so well for the, you know, I have the holidays with family and stuff. You probably, many of you probably do that as well, kind of go overboard maybe more than I should, but really, I love having them here and just really want them to have a, you know, really enjoy being here. Part of why I did this too is that I could not, in our colored pencils, I could not find a green. I tried combining some colors to get a green close to this green, and I just couldn't. So I said, all right, I'm using my Stampin' Right markers, which I don't too often color with them, and especially this end that I color quite often, it's the brush end, but these are too little, too fine, I think, anyway. At least I can't make them look, and even doing this, I'm not necessarily making it look quite as, but I'm trying to not necessarily color it in 100%, you know, leave a little white, so maybe it'll be able to see the different parts a little bit. And I might try, because I do have some right here. Okay, now where's my, let me just see this, because I do have a little bit of, this is my blender pen, which you use with the, really it's to use with the colored pencils, because they're watercolor. But I did put a little watercolor here, and this ink is water-based that I use, so, okay, there's that. The paint off here. There's not a lot coming out. It's not really making a big difference here, and I'm mainly with these leaves if I can to kind of smooth them out a little bit, but you can still see them. I've not really tried it with just the Stampin' right before, but they are, as I said, they're water-based, so if you don't have one of these, you could also try your water pen. All right, ta-da! Now I'm going to put just a little bit more on, because it might not be quite as sticky since I used it on, or since it was on everything else there. There, want that more like that. And what let me just see if those going to work. This is Glossy Dots Assortment. It went with in our annual catalog, and I'm not going to remember the name right now, and it was something like Gorgeous, I don't know, they were pretty, I'll write it in the description, so that if you like these and want to get some, you can. So come on, this one, these are the littlest ones here, because these flowers are not very big. Just like that, 1, 2, 3. All right, so there's that one. And the inside is just going to have a piece of white, and I will just either add a sentiment when I know who I'm sending it to, or write a handwritten note. But there's that. Here, and if you wanted to add a ribbon to that also, like I did the first one, you could. All right, so there's that one. Let's get these. Then I just wanted to show you a couple other possibilities. Oh, that was on. Oh, I've had a card based. Maybe I forgot to grab a card base. Let me just see. Do I prefer? I have a Balmy blue one. Well, kind of do. I think I was going to put this on a navy blue, but maybe not. Okay. The one Balmy blue I have here is not quite the right size. It's a little bit shorter on that one side. But let me see. Let me just see. If I do this, and I wanted, yeah, I don't think I like that anyway. I think I like it better here. Or if you wanted, you could even maybe try, because there's some evening evergreen, you could maybe even try that, but I think I'm going to do this. All right, so yeah, once again, so no, I think it looks better this way. This really is an overall pattern, but sometimes like your eye can make it look like it has a, like a direction. That's an overall, doesn't, non-directional. That's what I was, multi-directional, whatever you want to call it. And that's really what I think it is, but it looked a little bit, okay, let me just look here. Yeah. So that's going to go there now. Let me think what I was thinking of putting. Oh, I know. I was thinking I might, that other one. This one, I already did this person. I did that before. Where was it? I was thinking, oh, this one. Is that big enough? Oh, I know, because I wanted... No, all right. So this paper, if I can find the piece I used, of course, it probably fell on the, oh wait, is this it? Nope. I had it earlier and then I think it fell on the floor and I'm not seeing it now. Oh, it's that on the back. I know I have it somewhere. But yeah, I think it fell. Let me just get my big piece here from that I showed you before. I can find it. Here it is. Come on. I did have a smaller piece. I just don't know how there must maybe. I'm pretty sure I didn't use all of it yet, but anyway, maybe I did. Okay, I just want to show you this die does fit over these. I just have to, okay, I have to look here on that way. Like that. So that's what I did, and I cut out 3 of those. And I find it's easiest, this little one here, it's like a little, it's more rounded, the other's a little pointier. If you aim for, if you aim for like this, that's where that goes. Now, the other thing, especially, might look like you're not lined up correctly, but you have to remember that it shows this like the edge of a petal, like it's folded up a little bit. Okay, so that's where I did cut 3 out, so I could. Now let me just think here. I was thinking I would put 2 down here. And I just want to kind of set them out here because that sometimes helps me the best to set them out. And this one up here. And then I think, is that going to fit on there? It's just a little bit too big, so I'm going to do this one here. Just a little reminder that you are loved. I'm going to do that in Night of Navy across there. So I'm going to pull this off because it's not stuck down there yet. I just set it down in there because when I cut it, it fit right down in there. Okay. Let me make sure this is stamping well. Yep. Okay, just about just need it in the middle. I hope my head's not in the way. There. I hope I got it straight, and then there's some on the edge, but I will cover that up with a flower. I will make it work. Oh, all right. So this is going to go right there. Yeah, that will go right there, and I think I'm going to pop these up. So where's my dimensionals? They're over here somewhere. I have them right here. So I think down here, I think this one's going to go. I have 1 flat and 1, actually this one flat and this popped up. And that white was there because on the paper there was a little bit of white right next to it and almost like overlapping it. There, that's a little better. So I just trim that down a little. The same with this, but that's on the bottom and the little smidge of white will be covered up. I'll put that there and this here. Actually, you know what? I think I want a little bit under, have part of it down and part of it up. So let me just see. Yeah, this part I'm gonna put this up. So I'm just putting a little bit. You could use a mini dimensional. This I just used a little piece of the regular dimensionals there, like that. And then this I'm gonna just put kind of just like that. And this one popped up also. And I'm just gonna see, how do I like it this way? I think so, just like that. And it covers up my little oopsie there. And once again, I realized I really like these with this. And you can use, you know, I didn't want to introduce a new color, but I'll just show you, like there are some yellows, and a lot of flowers have yellow centers, so if you wanted to, but I didn't want another color added in. I really like the blues and greens, so I just chose to use this for the center, and it can look almost, you almost cannot realize it's blue, at least on the other card I did it. Whoops, I'll bring it here and show you again in a minute. There. So there's that. And again, if you wanted to add a ribbon, a bow, you could, but I'm just going to do that. Really glad that I figured out that I liked those with that. This one, when I did it on here, see, and now they don't look so blue because they're against the blue. So they look almost like a clear, but they are blue. As you could see, they are blue, but they're pretty light, you know, like balmy blue. So anyway, so there's that. And I had one more. I wanted to kind of do a little bit more of a Christmassy one. And this one, I used this, which the leaves don't look like mistletoe, but the berries remind you more of mistletoe. And I just play with that in a minute. But I thought about, I wanted it on the darker here, the evening evergreen, but I wanted something a little bit lighter. And so I thought, why don't I use this? Because that's the soft succulent. Let me just make sure. Did I want it that way, or did I want it? I can't remember. Here, let me put this down first. Right, I want this up here a little because I'm going to put a sentiment on a banner near the bottom. So there's that. Now I'm going to, can't remember. I don't think I like it like that. I think I like it just because of the leaves. I think it feels like the leaves are going up. So that's how I'm going to do it. All right, that feels, to my eye, that feels more like, feels more correct, if that's the way to put it. All right, so this one overall should be pretty quick. And I know the last couple of weeks I've been doing some that are a little bit more simple in some ways, you know, go a little quicker, but we don't have to always do difficult things. And I think I've been showing you some different things you can do, but even though it doesn't take a long time. And oh, look what I did. I have those upside down because look, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a leaf type pattern. So I've got this is the bottom. And this one opens like this. It's still, when it's folded, it's still 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. To make this one, you take your 8 1/2 paper, you score it at 5 1/2 along the 11-inch side, and then, no, is that right? Wait. Yes, this is 11. So you're going to score it at 5 1/2, and then you turn it and cut it at 4 1/4. Okay, so where's my, it's not a full sheet. Right here next to me, I have a full sheet. It's a different color, but you can still, okay, 8 1/2 by 11. So if we score it at 4 1/4 and cut it at 5 1/2, you get this type of a fold this way or this way. If you score it at 5 1/2 and cut it at 4 1/4, then you get this type of a fold, and it can still go either direction, that way or this way. Okay, so for those of you that either maybe don't know that, now you've had a quick little tutorial on that. And the size, the finish size when it's closed of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, that's what's called an A2 card. Okay, now I'm gonna put this down. And if you wanted for a little different look, you could even pop up the center, or you could pop up the frame. I'm not choosing to do that. But then, like on some of our paper, see, we've got like this type of a look. Well, we have some punches. We have a punch actually. We've got one. It's called the Bough punch, and it's a little different, but it's got almost like a little sprig and a little flower. I have one, but I used it couple weeks ago. I've had so much going on. My poor room is in such a shambles. I can't even find it. But this is a retired punch, a sprig, and it actually is the shape of that. And I'll just show you. Make sure I think I've got, yeah, making sure I've got it so that I think that's totally behind it. Yep. Okay. So then I got thinking, did I want maybe just to have them to be white? So I used the white Glimmer paper, but then, oh, that's up a little higher than I was, but anyway, I wanted to come out from behind it anyway. But then I thought, well, is that, like, should I have something that stands out a little more? So let me just try this first. And that's there. That would be there. And maybe a second one also here. Let me just try. I was thinking almost like, kind of like this type of a deal. And I didn't put any glue on them yet because I want to just kind of play around and see, is that really what I might like that. It's just, I don't know if I want just the white or did I want a little red. But I think I'm going to try it with the white. That was my original thought, and I think I'm sticking with that because I'm going to put a little Christmas greeting on here, and it will also be in the evening evergreen. I'm just going to say Noel. And whoop, bring up my trimmer. I could cut this with scissors. I have a hard time, I feel like, making things look proper and cut properly when I just use scissors. So let me see. Then I'm gonna, oh, did I use the wrong, I thought, nope, I did have, that's right, because I first thought it was going to be thinner, and I did have a wider piece here, which must have fallen on the floor. So let me just see here. I have some more over here. I'll find it shortly after I'm done with the video, of course, because that's what always happens, isn't it? That's a little wider than it needs to be. But let me see. Do I have something else that's closer? I was trying to have everything all set here, so that's a little better. It's still a little wide, but I can work with that. Okay, move these other things out of the way. I don't think I have another one that's going to be the size I need, closer to the size is this any closer? No, it's the same. All right, we'll make it work. So let's see, I should have my silicone mat right here, and I don't, but let's see. I'm going to, because I don't want a huge, oh, that's crooked. Try this again. There. Okay. And then, is this it? That is it. It's already on here. I'm not going to worry about it so much, but it's so funny. It's like, of course, there it is. And I feel this is a little crooked on there, isn't it? Well, it doesn't look all right. I think the green paper's just a little crooked. Okay, a little bit. Smidge more there. Maybe just a smidge more there. All right, there. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. All right, and then this I'm going to put right down here. And I might pop that up so it feels like it needs some. Oh, and I didn't have to go back and actually maybe I'll get a third one of those. Let me just see here. A piece of my hair got in there. Oh, wow. I'm going to put that right there. Now, and I might want a third one of these, but let me just do this first. Do I have more of that white width over here? All right. And I'm just going to put this on. Oops. And then this one kind of like that. Is that how I want it? Wait, not exactly. Lift this up here, and then I can still feel they're sticky on that. I just have to press it down. Now here, wait a minute. Almost like that. Okay, and then, do I have some of my white? God, 1 second, I think I can reach it. Yep. Let me just do a third one and just see if I want another one or not. Because I almost feel like I might want a third one. Okay. If so, I would put it more like, oh, I gotta add a little more glue there. Almost more like here. Oh, I think I might like that. Maybe down a little bit. Let me see. Whoop. Come on, cooperate. More like, a little more like that. All right, get this all down. You need to add a little more glue right here. There's that. See, wait a minute. Now that I press that down, I don't know if I can get it up. I do think I want to move this just a smidge like that, maybe. Yeah, I like that better. Just want to be sure it's going to be so you can get it in your envelope. Now look, if I need to add a little more glue later, I will. There's that. And then I think I'm going to do, let me try these. The white, this is the Adhesive-Backed Seasonal Sequins. I think I'm going to add like this. Actually put this here. Maybe bring this down just a little. Kind of like that. That's what I'm going to do. That's done. Okay. All right. So that's it for today's Facebook, or not Facebook, my YouTube offering for this week. Okay. Just like this. Get them things a little out of the way, just so you can see those a little better. Now, I'm getting a little behind today, so if you watch it shortly after it goes live, you might not see all the directions and stuff. I will add those though, okay? So there we go. Thanks so much for watching. I'll bring this other one over that I made before we went live here. My plan is, I'm willing to be back on Friday and do a fun fold. Last week things got out of, I didn't make it. So hopefully this week I'll be able to, okay? So, and that'll be that'll be on my Facebook page, which is just called Stamping on the Dining Room Table. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, I would appreciate if you would hit the subscribe button. When you do that, you do get notified when there's something new on. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.